Hey, it's your friend Choice CJ here, and I'm coming to you guys with another Duel Links video. This time we're going to be rocking it old school. We're going to be using the same deck that I launched off the Duel Links series with on this channel, and that is Red Eye Zombies, but we're giving it a different spin. We're using Bonz, or Bonz, or whoever. I talked about it in my Magnet video. I'm not sure the proper pronunciation for that, but that's neither here nor there. This deck's become very popular again. It helps a lot that Cyber Angels have been nerfed and Ninjas are due to be nerfed. And having Bonds has actually been really useful because you can run Storm in your Red Eye Zombie Dragon decks and take care of a lot of problematic back row that otherwise really hurt this deck. The fact that you start with on the field with Wasteland makes Storm always a or it pretty much makes it like a 1-for-1 at worst, or a 2-for-2, or etc. But the fact that you can chain it to Red Eye Spirit and Super Rush Headlong and stuff like that is nice. You can also storm your Dead Insights. You can leave a mirror wall up on the field in order to storm it. So we're going to have kind of two different segments here. I've got a couple of dual replays that I'd like to share with you guys from games that I was just sort of playing casually. And then I went on a nice streak with this deck. And so, like, in the middle of that streak, I decided it would be a good idea to record. So you'll see most of my streak. We work our way through Legend 3. And hope you guys enjoy it. And I'll just hop right on into the duels now. Here's the first duel. We're going to be going up against Mind Scan Glads in this duel. And, I mean, before, it was always pretty obvious what you're going to be playing against if you're going up against Mind Scan Glads, because they're playing Pegasus and they have a fusion deck. But potentially, you could have a Cyber Angels player who'd be bluffing Glad's Beasts, and they're just running a full fusion deck just to confuse you. But Cyber Angels, in the state that it's in now, just is very unlikely to show up on the ladder. But anyway, we open up decently well. But he sets a monster, puts 3 back row. Like, again, this is so obvious that this is a Murmillo, so I don't really want to attack into it, trip an impenetrable attack, and have him blow up, most likely my Econ that I'm about to set. So I'm just going to put a Bacon Saver into my grave. This will be really useful if he's trying to suicide one of my monsters, or you know, one of his monsters into my defense position monster. But so he does just that. He tries to attack my Samurai Skull with an Econ. I'm able to protect it with Bacon Saver, and I'm really glad that I was able to burn an Econ for basically nothing, you know, just losing my Bacon Saver. So we're now going to draw into a Red Eye's Insight, which is a really great card to pick up here, as we're able to get the Red Eye's Spirit. But he's going to surprise me a little bit here as I summon my Gazuki, put a Samurai Skull in grave, and he's going to activate Zing Zen Hu as I put the Red Eye Spirit down. This is an opportunity for me to Econ take. The only reason I'm really doing this here is because otherwise I would lose my Econ. But I have the added benefit of being able to banish the Samurai Skull I just set in my grave with the Gazuki, and I can get out a Red Eye Zombie that's in my hand. And the fact that I take away his Murmillo means that if he's got something like Impenetrable Attack, that he can't really benefit from it. I have the opportunity to actually get lethal here. Well, I guess not lethal. He could activate his Impenetrable Attack, but if he's burning it just to protect his life points, that's a-okay with me. That means that he can't get his tag in, tag out. So anyway, we are going to take that. Kazuki's effect is going to proc, and so we can summon that Red Eye Zombie, as I said. But fortunately for us, he does have Windstorm, so that means that if he does have an Impenetrable Attack back there, that it's going to be sitting there for a whole nother turn. He tags out, and, you know, I'm trying to figure out, you know, or he's probably trying to figure out, does he want to go into Bestiari or Laquari? And it doesn't really make sense to go into Bestiari because the back row is already taken care of with the Zing Zen Hu. So Laquari is the play that I would have made in this situation as well. So I'm in kind of a bad spot. As you can see, he's got basically 3 cards to my 2. I am about to draw one more, though. But, you know, with having just the zombie in hand, there's not a whole lot of value here right now. Lucky for me, I do draw Gazuki. And he does Floodgate that, which is unfortunate. And I now swing with my zombie dragon, and it turns out that he's got Curse of Anubis. He does attack into my Gazuki, which is not great because, I mean, I guess it is nice because I can get my zombie out, but then he has the opportunity to tag out into Murmillo and destroy one of my zombie dragons. So that's pretty nice for him, but at least I'm not left without a monster on the field. But once again, I feel like we're kind of equal on card advantage by the time we draw, but he does go for an Impenetrable Attack, protects his Murmillo, and he's able to tag into his Bestiari. and he's going to be able to blow up my econ that I just set here. I kind of regret tagging or setting the econ there, but you know, it is what it is. I do have my Wyvern engrave that I sent to the grave, I think on like turn 8 or turn 4 rather, which allows me to get up my zombie dragon. This is the one reason that Wyvern's still kind of nice, is because it gives you a +1 when you desperately need it, even though it is slow and everything. But now I've got 2 zombie dragons back out on the field. He sets 1 and it passes back to me. I'm actually just going to pass back to him without making any attack. He does a kind of a weird thing here. He actually tags out into Esadari, and I think, like, you know, he's got an impenetrable attack here. He could have attacked into one of my zombie dragons with his bestiary and then tagged out, brought out another Vermillo. Maybe he doesn't have a second Vermillo in deck, and that's why he chose not to do that. But Esadari doesn't gain him anything here whatsoever. It's a monster that I can attack over, and he does burn his impenetrable attack protecting it, but he can't tag this thing out. So maybe he just didn't know that Esadari is not a monster that you can tag out. But I'm not really complaining, because now he's got no protection and I can finally plow through him. So, you know, it's kind of a slow and steady game. You know, Glads are such a good grind deck. Like, they can really out-resource you if they play smart. But I don't know that he made all the right choices. But, you know, the nice thing about Red Eyes is that they always have board presence. So getting that Wyvern into the grave early was really beneficial, even though I had already drawn my 2 zombie dragons, which was not ideal. And then just having Gazuki get destroyed over and over, I always had something at the grave to banish, so we always maintained board presence, so that was really nice. So let's hop into the next game. Here's another duel with this deck. This time I'm going up against a Weevil player, and it's kind of a tricky matchup. Like, Red Eyes likes to have a lot of monsters on the field when you're just, you know, that's kind of just your win condition, but Weevil definitely thrives on that, because obviously a Lava Golem is a card that can be really annoying. And not to mention, Parasite occupies a valuable spot on your field, which it seems like they always get Parasite out on your field by turn 1. They've always got a Jade Insect Whistle in their hand. But anyway, I'm just going to get myself set up here and set Super Rush and Red Eyes. He's going to obviously have the Jade Insect Whistle, and so I'm going to have to, like, play very carefully here. I do get lucky in that he sets 3 and then plays his Amazon as Swordswoman. And that means that he has to draw into one of his 2 copies of Lava Golem here in order to, like, basically in order to get rid of my cards here. So it's unlikely that that's going to happen. So I'm just going to continue to sit patient here and try and eventually find a Storm, or, like, you know, try and wait till he's forcing my hand. So we'll see how it goes. So we just kind of pass back and forth for a little while. I do get a Gazuki, and this is an opportunity to fill up my grave with Bacon Saver, because it'd be nice to try and prevent an attack from a massive morphed monster on my side of the field. So that's what we're going to try and do. And as you can see, he did finally draw into Lava Golem. So this isn't exactly great for me, but he's not going to attack into Lava Golem. So this actually ends up being a pretty cool turn, play this turn. I draw into Storm, which is what I've been waiting for this whole time. I can clear all 3 of his back row, but in addition to that, I can go for the Red Eye Spirit, get my Red Eyes back, and then I can activate Super Rush Headlong onto Parasite, crash it into Amazon as Swordswoman. I guess crash isn't really the right word, but I can attack into it and not lose any life points because I'm not, you know, killing it by battle. So we're going to get that play off. So this is a nice opportunity for us to go very plus here. And in response, he's actually going to Econ take his own Lava Golem back. But the cute thing I can do here is that once my Red Eye Zombie Dragon comes back, I can get out my Wyvern. And because Wyvern will be out and my field is full, I actually can't take Lava Golem back. So you can see here we've got 2 nice big monsters on the board, 1 back row, and he's only got 2 cards in hand. So I'm feeling very good about our position, to be honest. And now he's going to go out with the Swordswoman. He plays half shut here. I don't know why he didn't wait until the damage step to do this, because now I can just Bacon Saver it. And it wasn't even going to be lethal anyway, so I don't really know what he was thinking there. On that turn, I probably should have put Parasite into attack mode to get a little bit of chip damage, but it's tough. You never know. With these burn decks, like, you know, you don't want to leave that vulnerable to a Swordswoman. Take 1,000 attack points, and you're just that much closer to being burned out of the game. But in any case, he's going to draw and set 1. I'm going to put my Wyvern back into attack mode, and it turns out to be a Kotetsu, which means he can draw a Mask of the Accursed. But luckily, I've got plenty of damage here on the board. Even if he wants to Mask of the Accursed my Red-Eyed Zombie Dragon here, it's going to be nice. Fortunately for me, he draws into his second copy of Lava Golem, but he doesn't know that I've got Kazuki in my hand, which is going to be more than enough to knock him out. So definitely a pretty interesting one. Like I said, it really turned around on that turn that we got Storm, because we got to clear out his entire back row, and we got rid of Lava Golem on the same turn. Wasn't necessarily planning it that way, but I was very happy with how it turned out. So let's go to the live replays now. Alright, let's see if we can keep on going with Rez here. We have only 4 games to go before King of Games. If we don't hit the streak, then no big deal. But I'm having a lot of fun with this deck. Rez is sort of the deck that I got my start with in Duel Links, so it's got a little bit of attachment for me, but I haven't actually ever hit King of Games with it. We're playing a Bastion Misawa, which is pretty interesting. Is this using one of his exclusive skills, or is it... interesting. So he's got a fusion deck. I'm kind of wondering if this is a Cyber Dragon. No, it's Gem Knights. But is it... I don't know what sort of Gem Knights it is. It's tough to say. Anyway, we can get Kazuki into Bacon Saver here. It looks like he's got a Floodgate. No, it doesn't. Maybe not. Maybe it's just like an Econ. What is this thing's effects? It's a Gemini. When it destroys the opponent's bag. Okay, so I don't really want to let this guy get off an attack on me, because then he can start adding card advantage, and that's obviously never good. But we can set a few cards here. I guess maybe I could have kept Super Rush in hand, in case he's got his own Super Rush or something cheeky. But we'll see. We've got some protection for the following turn, so even if he does throw up a mirror wall, which he does, we should be alright. Actually, is this worth it? No, I don't think so. Yeah, I'd rather not burn this yet. Like, I could have banished my Bacon Saver to get out Rez, but then I wouldn't have been able to attack next turn, so it wouldn't have made a huge difference. So now he's paid for the wall, which is pretty much a-okay with me. Firm is Earth, so he does have the field spell. So this kind of stinks. So we can play Curse of Anubis, but it's not gonna... No, this is... Yeah, so we have to let this one go through, and then we have to Bacon Saver this guy. So yeah, we can Bacon Saver this. This Firmness Earth makes this quite difficult to battle versus. Alright, so we do have a Red-Eye Spirit, which is really nice. Let's see here. Summon Kazuki. But I'm an Earth, so that works out pretty nicely. His Gaia power is now boosting me. Very nice. Very happy about that. And I can't attack again this turn, but of course his Mirror Wall will go away, and it doesn't seem like he can attack over me. I know that Gem Knights have some really cool fusion monsters. We'll just have to see what he can bust out here. Or if he's just playing like a Gem Knight beatdown or something. My Curse of Anubis is totally worthless here. But yeah, he's gonna try and crash. Totally fine. We can activate Super Rush Headlong. And declare Earth, and we'll be protected. Let's just not misclick this. Alright, very good. And assuming he doesn't have his own Super Rush Headlong, we should be in good shape. And there we go. And he forfeits. Alright, so 3 wins away from Cog. This is already feeling a lot better than my previous 2 episodes, but we'll see how much further we can take this. It'll also depend on how long this takes. Like, I might not do all 3 of the remaining games on record, because if it just takes another 30 minutes, I'm not really interested in making another 40-minute video. That was already painful. With the darn Magnet Warriors. But hey, What are you gonna do? Alright, Taya Gardner. So, if this is Bamboo, I'm gonna just cut through this part just because you're gonna be watching him play Solitaire. And alright, and we're back, and as you can see, we are now being finished off here. So, I guess this actually might protect us. I guess we'll see. We can summon our Bacon Saver in defense mode. But what I was gonna say is that, you know, I don't think that these decks are super good. They're not that consistent. Like, it's fairly consistent, but there's a way to counter it. Like, if I had an Econ or a Floodgate, I would have easily countered this, but I didn't. Let's just let this go through, just because who knows what might happen. If I draw, like, a Gazuki or something, I've got a chance. Yeah, actually, no, I already win, because he decked out. Oh, that's great. You stink. Alright, so that's a W. I was thinking, actually, that we might lose, but, I totally forgot. So that's awesome. We ended up pulling that off. But it just stinks to have your climb the ladder basically decided by if somebody can win Solitaire or not. You know, whether, you know, even if it's not like a guaranteed 100% win, like, it's out of your control, right? And that's why, you know, they use the phrase uncompetitive. Because it's like, if you're more skilled than your opponent, you don't have any opportunity to, like, apply your skill. Like, you literally don't make any plays. So, but for us in that situation, it worked out because we were able to protect our life points. So, we're going up against a Seto Kaiba, and he just sets one immediately, and that of course makes me worry about Phoenix. Phoenix is what I'm worried about. So I don't want to set my Spirit just yet. It stinks that I drew both of my zombie dragons. So it is a Yaksha. Yeah, so this is a Phoenix. So this is going to be a pretty tough matchup. For sure. Especially because we drew so bad. So even though we're 2 games away from Cog, I don't think we're going to pull it off. We might have to call it after this. But we'll see. So we get a Samurai Skull. And this really stinks because we can't send a Red-Eye Zombie Dragon. If we get an Insight, we could send a Zombie Dragon to the grave. But that's it. I just gotta hope he doesn't have another monster. Because then at least I can protect with Bacon Saver, and I contribute some res next turn. Interesting. So he chose not to attack. So I think I'm gonna do this. I contribute Samurai Skull, get out a res. Like, having my Wasteland would have been really nice here, obviously, but we don't have it. So we can crash with this Phoenix. Does he have a Karibo? It sure looks like it. So that's fine. We have Mirror Wall to protect ourselves. He has no way of blowing it up just yet. Maybe next turn. And he doesn't seem to have very many monsters. Like, he must have another Karibo or 2 in hand. Hazy Flame. That's odd. That's extremely odd. Is he playing with that modded APK? He sure is. Luckily, he can't get his effect from Feng Huang, but he can summon. Yeah, anything here. So let's see what he beats down with. Let's see. We can let that go through the damage step. So he takes a nice chunk of damage from that. Now I just gotta figure out... So what do we do now? Do we pay for Mirror Wall? So if we pay for Mirror Wall, we can use Red Eye's Wyvern in the grave to attack over for 900. No, so there's like no way we're gonna get anywhere close to game. So all I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change this to attack position. I'm gonna set my Super Rush. That is another spirit. I mean, so I could tribute. Yeah, I think this is the play. No, it's not the play. I'm gonna just play it patiently. I'm just gonna attack into his Hazy Flame. If he's got another thing, then so be it. He does have another Karibo, so no problem. We can still stall for another turn with Super Rush. So cross your fingers that we can make this work. But yeah, this is, I think, the hardest matchup for... This is not so good. Yeah, so let's activate Super Rush to protect the res. Which will be nice. Fire. Do I want to bring back the Wyvern? I mean, there's kind of no point, right? Might as well just leave it in grave. Why does he have Feng Huang in a deck with Phoenix? That doesn't make any sense, but it is what it is. I never actually looked at the art for this card. I thought it looked like more of a dragon, but it's definitely a chicken. I'm also not convinced that he runs any... I'm not convinced that he runs any card. I'm actually going to Bacon Saver this, because I don't want him to get his recurring effect. Yeah, I mean, there's nothing I can do. I'm going to lose next turn. Because Feng Huang, it destroys... Oh, it just destroys set cards. Okay, so we can do this. And we can activate Mirror Wall and at least stall for another turn. He doesn't have any Karibos left. So if he tributes his Phoenix to get out the Feng Huang, we can chain Mirror Wall and then be protected. He doesn't do that. He goes for Beatdown. Don't have like anti-magic arrows or some sort of dumb play like that. Does he have it? Alright. In any case. So that's almost certainly a Yaksha sitting down there. Like, I don't want to attack into Yaksha and then have him destroy his Phoenix and then it comes back and destroys all my stuff. Actually, I shouldn't have set this, because now he can just tribute the Yaksha for the Feng Huang. That was a mistake. Okay, so he's going for the Goka option instead. So, but he can still tribute for Feng Huang, because that was a special summon. yeah, I'm running out of cards to beat him. Because he can just keep blowing up my stuff. This is very annoying. And, like, Phoenix is everywhere now. It's so annoying. He just has a good matchup versus so much of the meta right now. So is that Feng Huang? I guess so. I guess so. We draw a res, which is actually nice. So I do think I'll tribute. This is a tough call. Do I want to keep it? I feel like I want to keep it. Yeah, I'm just gonna keep it. I'm just gonna attack over this guy. So we can get a little bit of damage off. Ooh, I totally forgot about this. This is great. But I am... What do I want to do? Because it's a Feng Huang that he's got here. So if I attack into it, he's going to blow up my back row. But then he's got quite a pickle next turn in terms of what he's going to destroy. I think I'm just going to attack it. Yes, it's going to blow up all my stuff. But at least it puts it in the graveyard and not in his hand. Yeah, let's just activate this. I mean, it doesn't matter, right? Because Phoenix comes back next turn and destroys this. So it kills my Curse of Anubis. But we'll have to see what he chooses to do on this next turn, because if he kills Goka, then like if he doesn't kill Goka, then I can actually kill him next turn with Goka, because I can get a token and power myself up. So he goes for a Sphinx. Yeah, he's literally playing 20 monsters. Which is absurd. Sphinx was a nice card there. I don't know if he top decked that or how it worked. But now this is really rough. Now I don't think I can win. Yeah, there's no way. Well, I mean, it's not completely lost. How many... Do I have 2 Samurai Skulls in here? I've got just the 1. So, I can get the res out from my hand. I could mill another Goka. Or Gozuki, not Goka. To get out my res. I think that's the play. Or is it? Sorry, I'm like thinking really hard about this. I'm not really talking a whole lot. So if I put Samurai Skull in grave, I think putting Samurai Skull in grave is the better call. I don't need to crash right now. So we'll see. Like, so he's gonna then run over my Gozuki next turn. I can get out the Red-Eye Zombie Dragon from my hand. And then I can... Oh, well, I guess he's got Hazy Flame Sphinx, so he can get another monster out. So I should have tried to kill the Sphinx. That was the better option. This is a really tough duel. But it's been very interesting. I'm quite enjoying it. But yeah, I think this is literally a 20 card deck. Or 20 monster deck. Yep, he gets out a Goka. And if he wants, he can then reactivate his Phoenix. Oh, this is so tough. He gets out Yaksha, which is interesting. Yeah, that's really a bummer. And he's being relatively smart with how he's attacking, so... Like, I'm pretty sure we lose. I should have tried to crash on Hazy Flame. So all that we can do is just stall. If I had any more mirror walls. But I don't. We don't quite lose this turn, but we pretty much do. He might wait to attack. Like, that would not be that smart. Like, he might be fearing what my back row is. Of course, I know it's a spirit, but he doesn't know that. There's also a chance that I just stall him out, which is pretty hilarious. We get a useless insight. So that's not that great. But yeah, I think so. I think what I'm going to do... Let's crash into Phoenix now. And then we'll activate Spirit. Does he have a Sphere Karibo? It's hard to tell. Doesn't seem like it. We can activate Spirit. We can attack over his Hazy Flame. But I mean, as long as he's got like a Goka or something in his hand, or he's got another Hazy Flame, then he should still win. I should have set my other two cards as bluffs. Ooh, do I want to do this? Yeah, I think I need to. Because depending upon what he gets out, he might still be able to beat me. If he's got another Sphinx, then I'm screwed. This is the one of the tightest duels I've ever played. I'm so into this, but I still think we're gonna lose. We draw Gazuki. Okay, this might be a win. Let's see. As long as it's not a Man-Eater that he's got down there, then I think we're okay. Let's cross our fingers. Does he have something in his hand to destroy? He's activating the effect. He destroys a Phoenix. Don't be Man-Eater, don't be Man-Eater, don't be Man-Eater. Please don't be Man-Eater. Just be another Yaksha or something stupid. He's got a Sphere Karibo. Okay. I can live with that. Why aren't you attacking? Come on. Don't get a connection error right now. I would not be okay with this. I would not be okay with this. What's going on? What's going on? No. Okay. If we lose this duel... Not happy. Not happy. We were about to win that. We were legitimately about to win that. Well, it is what it is. That really sucks. And let's take a quick look at this guy's deck. I literally think it was 20 monsters. Yep. That's something. Maybe I'll try this in the next video. This is quite a meme. But that was a really great match, and I really think we would have won. It stinks that it ruined our rank up to COG, but it is what it is. COG isn't really that important to me. I just want to accumulate wins so I can get all the tickets and stuff. So, thank you for watching. Do hope you enjoyed. Make sure you check out the channel for other gaming and Pokemon content. And until the next time, I'll see you guys later.